biathlon at least.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what I was about to say, that like it's just depressing going to Oberhof because it's always like, when we used to go there on the Tour de Ski, it'd be the week before the biathlon, or this year we're going the week after the biathlon, and they absolutely bloody love biathlon, and there's like 1 million people there watching, and there's these amazing crowds, and it's great. And then we go there, and there's like the local nursery has forced all the children to go and watch, and there was no one else apart from that.
Serious problems.
Right, Mika, what's the scariest problem then?
Oh, my lips are fucking sunburned, mate. I'm not gonna lie. We're here in the video. Muzzy is having a laugh at us already.
I've got a scariest problem.
What's your scariest problem?
You're just being a grumpy little fuck. I've trained 4 hours. I'm so tired. We have to do a podcast. So we've got a Christmas special today, and we got a cool guest that we've been slagging off the whole time in this podcast, so we thought, okay, fuck yeah, we actually need to have him on.
Muzzy bells, Muzzy all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride.
That was a horrific intro, but thanks. I'm actually quite pleased about being on the podcast. I think I might be the podcast's biggest fan. I dead rate it. Although I'm slightly dubious about how today's episode's going to be, because Mika's just been grumpy and won't make any form of plan, and I think we might just be rambling on quite a lot, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. Jimmy, give us a little sum up on the podcast. Where are we? What are we doing? What's the crack?
Yeah, we're in Livigno having a little altitude camp, preparing for Tour de Ski, and having a bit of banter with Muzzy.
Oh yeah, it's been great banter. I've actually been quite enjoying it because I'm like the world's worst student. I've been like studying for about 100 years, but this year I'm actually try and finish off like my masters and all that. So I've been doing quite a bit of uni this autumn and been like dead antisocial. Whereas now it's Christmas, I can hang out with the lads and have a bit of banter.
How long have you been studying? Like 10 years or something?
Possibly more than 10 years. I started in 2012 and still not done. I think I might be setting a new record for like the longest time to do a master's degree.
But you just do like, did you do like just a few subjects per year at the start?
Oh, a bit of a mix. I've done mostly like 50% of what a normal student does, and then some years I've not done anything, and then other years I've done 75%. So a bit of a mix.
You're gonna study more from now until spring, aren't you?
Yeah, so I've got to do my master's thesis from after Christmas.
So you're basically a full-time student from after Christmas, and you are going to try to win a World Cup.
Yeah.
Is that going to work?
We'll see. I'm going to attempt to do a master's thesis. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work.
It's good effort though, breaking up with your girlfriend, because now you've got fuck ton of time to do a ton of training and a ton of studying. Because how many hours did you train in July? I actually know this, but so don't lie.
Quite a lot.
How many? Over,
maybe like around about 130 plus a bit of strength. So
as like only easy training and no intervals at all. Sure.
A lot of easy training, a few intervals in the mix there.
How many times a week?
Probably about 4 a week on average.
Such a break. Yeah. Tell you what, it's funny because it's a bit the same with like Iri Altamuras. We were skiing with him today, or like on the first day we arrived in Livigno, and he was, I'm not doing any training this week. I can do way more. And I was asking my trainer, he didn't want me to train so much. And then me and Mika were like, how much are you training? I'm only doing 24 hours this week. Considering there was one travel day.
There was one travel day. He's done like 4 weeks of continuous racing, and it's a Tour de Ski next week. So like 24 hours is like quite a decent amount of training for this week.
And he's got a broken back, and the doctors have told him he's not meant to be doing any training, and he can only do skate or the gym.
I feel a bit sorry about him because, from what I've understood, like the back's really proper fucked.
Oh yeah. Like I think it's like he's got like 2 herniated discs or something. And then when he was at the gym yesterday, I was speaking to him about it, and he's like, yeah, the doctors told me to do some mobility, go to the gym. This is a really bad Erie accent. I don't know if bother trying to do it. They were like, I'll do mobility, go to the gym, and rest. And he's like, oh yeah, but it's the season, so I can't rest. So he's just smashing out like hours in the gym and just skating.
Hopefully he'll be able to race though.
Hopefully he'll be able to have a not fuck back when he's 40.
Yeah, that's true as well. But imagine if you count classic and you plan to do Tour de Ski and there's like 3 classic stages.
That's
not so ideal
when you can't really double full.
Yeah, but it's like he's just got to get to the last stage and then he can win up Alpes Ami.
Has he been that good up Alpes Ami before?
I think he was like 7th or 8th last year, so it's quite good.
Yeah, but Mika's going to win this year, so...
Is he though? Is he actually? He said he's going to win.
Yeah. He's been knobbing on about it for ages now, so he better win, otherwise...
He loves going on about how good he was when he was going up Liseberg, but it was also not. He did also not win going up Liseberg in the summer.
That is true. That is very true.
Yes,
but I like the idea of winning off the Jeremy, so I'm just gonna keep going on about it, even if I'm shit. Now, then I'll just say, I'll win it next year. Then
fair enough.
I mean, you've been going on about winning a World Cup for like the past maybe 10 years, and you haven't really done it, have you?
No, not really. It's not been going so well. But I think I'm going to do it every time I'm on the start line.
You do have a fucking personal best at 33, though.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Well, there were no Russians. Probably helps.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just skied marginally less slow than I normally do.
It was insane because in the classic part of skiathlon, I got so fucked. You were skiing so hard, and it didn't even look like you were doing like a hard effort or like trying insanely hard. It just looked like you went this steady pace that you could maintain easily. And I was just like, hoping I'd survive. And that was a really weird sound that I just made.
But how
I'm worried about myself now.
How are you gonna? Because you've been quite good in previous seasons.
Yeah.
But then you didn't manage to like keep it. Or last year you were super good at the start of the season, and then you were not as good for the rest of the season. Why is that, you reckon?
Oh, last year I probably shouldn't have done like 5 intervals in 5 days at altitude at Christmas without taking any lactate measurement and going way too hard. That's probably not the most ideal scenario.
Before Tour de Ski?
Yeah.
There's like a week before Tour de Ski, or?
Yeah. Because I was just doing like the same little interval block I'd been doing at home, and probably didn't like take into account it's going to be altitude, and like wasn't on the same treadmill I was using normally at home, and I was doing a lot of them running because then I have like standard sessions, but it was different treadmill, and I was quite a lot higher, and I kind of forgot to take my lactate measure with me, so it was bulk faffing. I think I probably just got a wee bit tired.
Every day, fucking hell.
No, not every day.
But if it's a week.
Yeah, but I did like two days with 2 and 1 day with 1.
Okay, yeah.
So I did so I didn't do them all running. I did
double. So you did double intervals running 2 times.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, so I didn't do them all running.
Okay.
So I did 3 days of running intervals, and then 2 of those days I had a ski interval as well.
Yeah.
So it's like every day running interval, and then on 2 of the days you added an extra ski interval.
Yeah, but I think I probably did the running intervals, the evening interval, if I did it. I can't remember, to be honest. But anyway, I was bulk faffing because I didn't go very fast at the Tour de Ski.
But did you do anything different? Because I remember last year you didn't really train insane amounts. It's just like basically this steady, or you were telling me at least, that you were training like this steady amount. And then this year in like September, Jimmy starts going on all of a sudden. It's like, wait, apparently Muzzy's trained like 130 hours in July. But like you didn't do that last year, did you?
No, not so much. But to be honest, I just like wanted to see how much I could train in July. So like last year, I just did quite a lot of intervals, and then I was going to see if I could do quite a lot of intervals and train lots, and I did that in July, and it kind of worked. But I got a bit tired. It was a bit hard, so I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do 130 hours.
You quite get a blink though.
Yeah. But so I was quite good, but like if I'd have it wouldn't have been sustainable. Like I don't reckon
to do it the whole
I
year,
would have just been a bit shagged mentally by the autumn if I'd done that. So
Good effort though, good effort. But tell you what, like we were talking about Muzzy saying he's gonna win races for ages. I remember this one time in Golo when it was the year you didn't go to Ruka for the opening races.
yeah.
And then you decided before the distance race, the 15K classic, you decided it was gonna be a good idea to go for a 3-hour running session with a weight vest, fasted. And you raced on the 4th hour without having breakfast. And then you were like, I remember before doing it, you were like, yeah, I'll probably win anyway. Or
I did. This is such a lot. This is like Youngie story that you boys are going on about. Because it's Youngie that has spread this. Like, I did not think I was going to win. I was doing it because I was training to try and get good for races later. I didn't think I was going to win that race. But then it's Youngie that's made up this rumor. But I said I was.
Yeah, it's good though. It's a good rumor.
I was definitely not thinking I was going to win.
But like, why would you let the truth stand in the way of a good story?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But because that just makes me sound like a bellend.
But you are a bellend.
Thanks.
but you still beat me by quite a lot in that race. I remember. Oh, I mean, I wasn't very good.
Like beating you in distance races. That's such an achievement.
Great. But then the day after there was a sprint, and you were like 80th or something.
Yeah, but I was obviously going to be tired the day after doing that. But that's the thing, I can go to races and just do it as like part of my training, whereas Youngie's always like a nerd, and he's like, oh, Muzzy, he's such an idiot, why is he doing this? Look at his results. And I'm like, do I really care about Gola? I was thinking about the races the week after, whereas Youngie's a wussener, and obviously you're a bit of a wussener, afraid to do rubbish at the races.
No, but I think it's super good to be able to, I think it's impressive to be able to do races as purely as training, but I think it's also difficult. Lots of people find it super difficult to just train a ton and then race, because the race is not going to be as good as you can be.
Or if you've done as many crap races as me, then you're not really so worried about doing another crap race. So I'm not. What
was quite funny was you were like maybe 30th or something on the Norwegian Cup.
Yeah.
And then the week after you were like 6th in Lillehammer, right? In the Scan.
No, was it Lil? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I can't remember. But
or you were at least top 10.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, oh, how did he come so good in 1 week? And I think it's funny sometimes when you see people doing really bad at races and then being super good like shortly after. Sometimes just that they do stupid shit like Muzzy.
Oh, but apparently it wasn't, turned out that it wasn't stupid shit. He was just training for races after.
Yeah.
He was fucking
but how do you make this shit up? Like seriously, how do you think, I'm going to do like 3 hours fasted and race the 4th hour with a weight vest running?
Oh, just because it was kind of what I've been doing in the summer. And then like, I quite felt like if I'd have been doing sessions a bit like that the week before, I did super good in lots of roller ski races. And then it was like, I had sort of standard sessions where I'd go for a long fasted session with a weights vest. And then I would like feel good in the roller ski races a week later. So I was like, I thought I'd try in a ski race, see how it went.
Yeah.
Talking about roller ski races, is it fair to say that you're a much better roller skier than cross-country skier?
Not skate, but probably classic. Yeah. Like if there was a classic, like World Championships roller skiing, I reckon
there probably is.
Oh yeah, there probably is. But like if there was like one anyone cared about, then I'd like put myself as one of the main favorites. Whereas like if you got Evo and Johannes and all that, if it's a normal World Championships, like I feel like I can. If they don't have a super good day and I do have a super good day, then I can win. But like, wouldn't be the favorite. Whereas on roller skis, you get grip no matter what you do on roller skis, and you can just absolutely.
Yeah, but to be fair, you did quite good in the Vismas, the end of the season last year.
Oh yeah, I did all right.
You won a race, and you were second.
No, I was third.
And then
which one was that? Summit to Senja?
Reistad.
Oh, Reistad.
And then the Summit Senja, you were.
I wasn't so good. Faffed a bit on that one. I was like, I can't remember.
5, 6.
No. It must have been 10. I can't even remember.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
You definitely won the party, though.
Did I? I don't think so. No, you won the party because I've got a good video of you doing a stage dive. No, you were definitely better than I. Well, I don't think I was so good at that. Probably.
Oh,
I think we're talking about Sophia previously on a pod, that she's quite up for the session. But you're quite up for the session as well, aren't you?
Oh, it goes in bit waves. I think I went out quite a lot this year, but that was just because I couldn't be hooped sitting at home on my own on a Saturday night. So it was better going to get smashed instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muzzy's good fun when he's drunk.
Yeah.
He did shit himself once. I don't because he was so drunk.
Oh, this is great podcast stuff.
Here's me like being like the biggest podcast fan ever and like thinking you guys are legends. And then like yesterday you put out a video of me using a massage gun on my knob, and now you're talking about me.
I did ask you about this, and you say, "Yeah, no worries."
I was just too nice.
But I think it made a lot of people laugh, so it was all worth it.
Okay,
But I feel like that's one of the things that you are. It's like everything you do, you are kind of extreme in.
nah, not so much. Nah, not like
Definitely.
nah.
What are you not
nah.
extreme in then?
Lots of stuff.
Remember that time you decided you were going to get skinny? You don't think you were extreme there?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
tell us about that. You did this real good diet once.
Yeah. So there was one year I was up for going fast on the Tour de Ski, and I was like, oh, I've got like my VO2 max isn't so bad and all that. The only thing that I'm just like compared to like Schroeder and all the guys that go fast up the hill, I'm just a bit heavy, so I was gonna get skinny. And then we had Nigel, this nutritionist, with us, and he was dead. Sorry, Mika's making gestures at me that I'm speaking too quietly.
Speak a little bit louder.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, so I was. We had this nutritionist, Nigel, and he made this like plan for me in the summer, and I did like a food diary for him for a week or two, and then he made a little plan for me, and it was like eat this much food and blah 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 and have this much, and then the plan was to try and lose like a half kilo or kilo, and it worked perfectly. And so then we're like, oh, perfect, then you know what you got to do in the autumn if you want to lose a kilo or two before the winter. And then before the winter, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go all in for it. And so in the summer, Nigel made this plan, like, oh, have a salad. And if I was having a salad, I'd like have this lettuce, I'd smash in like a full thing of feta cheese and then like all this stuff. And I'd be like getting about 1,000 calories just from a salad. And then like in the autumn, I was going like one bit of lettuce and trying to get super skinny. And I got really skinny. I just didn't go very fast. So moral of the story is more is not always better.
And then you were really skinny the whole season, and then ski tour Sweden Norway came, and then you decided to not be skinny anymore.
No, because I was just absolute shite from the start of the season. So then I was like absolute wreck, and I was like, right, I'm just too skinny, got no energy. So then I was like, right, I'm just gonna go back to eating normal. And then I went back to eating normal, but because I was like super skinny and not used to eating anything, and then when I like ate normal, and my body just like absorbed everything. And so right before Baito, I was the lowest I weighed myself in the morning was like 71 kilo. That's 71, 72 kilos. And then I weighed myself at the end of December and I was 82 kilos. And so like I wasn't shagged anymore at the end of December. I felt like I could get my heart rate up good. It's just I trained all autumn at 70 to 75 kilos, and now it was 10 kilos heavier. So like if you're trying to do a race with a 10 kilo weight vest on, then it's a bit of an effort, and it's no wonder you go bloody slow.
But do you reckon that you went on the smell then in the autumn because you're trying to lose weight too aggressively, or do you just think losing weight is a shit idea for cross-country skiers?
No. It's a weight-bearing sport. So, or like, it depends who it is. Losing weight isn't necessarily a good thing. You've got to optimize your weight. For some people, it might be putting on weight, but you've got to have an optimal weight and then do adjustments around that. But so for me, 72 kilos, I think is too light, but also you can get to 72 kilos and not be shagged. But I think if you're trying to do 120 hours training plus lose all that weight, it's just the total, it's everything all added up together that makes you get a bit shagged. So I think I probably could have got down to 72 kilos if I trained half as much, but if I kept the training volume up and didn't eat, and it sounds like super nuts, but it wasn't that bad, it wasn't that extreme. But it didn't really help. But like, I don't regret it because like you get test stuff, and then like now I know like kind of what my optimal weight is. Learn quite a lot from the season, so it's a bit of banter.
But it's like, so this is like 5 years ago now, 4 years ago.
Nah, that's not.
It was the year where we had Ski Tour 2020. Yeah,
4 years ago.
So it's 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
It's like you were 29 then.
Yeah.
But because it's like quite often you see like once people reach like 28, 29 and like a downtrend starts to kick in, most of them never turn it around again. But you obviously manage how did you become fucking good after you totally shagged yourself?
Oh yeah, but see the thing was that's what I was saying. Like my results were crap, but I wasn't absolute wrecked. It was just that I put on lots of weight again and went up to my normal weight, but I wasn't used to training at that weight. So then I was just like training with 10 kilo weight vests. So I just needed to do more training at that weight. So then I just needed a few months. So like after the winter, I'd been training and was used to that weight again. So then I was just back to a normal training summer. So I don't think I was actually that shagged, to be honest. I was a wee bit in the autumn, but I wasn't like a massively long period. I had a massively long period of crap results, but that was just because I was a bit crap.
I remember. I think it was the COVID year when we started training again.
Yeah.
With you, I remember you were really bad on the first camp, and then on the second camp, ready, you were back to like your normal level.
Yeah.
Smashing us on intervals.
But was it like a mindset thing where you're like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna be a good skier again no matter what? Or was it like, oh, I'll just ski and see where it goes?
No, I knew I was going to be a good skier. I never thought I was going to be. Well, I knew I'd wrecked one season, but I wasn't particularly worried about coming back. I never like saw that going to be an issue. I was like, oh, I'm going to come back, start winning races. But I might just be a bit dumb. Or I think I am a bit dumb.
That would explain why you studied 10 years.
Yeah.
No, or for me, it's just impressive to see, or it was impressive to see at the time because I didn't know you then. And I was like fucking kid, just watching skiing every now and then. I was like, oh, well, he's shit now. He'll probably,
quit in a couple of years.
That's about it. Because that's like what happens to a lot of people that are like in older age and like this downtrend kicks in. And then you were just like, not shit after. You just like, actually the season after you were quite decent, I remember.
Probably, but that's like, it's much more fun being good than being crap. So like, I wasn't so up for having a downward trend. So I was like, oh, I'll just try and be a bit better then.
I fucking like, you're just like, don't give a shit. You're just like, oh, I just like skiing and I like being good. And there's like no doubt in the mind that you're not going to be good.
Yeah. I feel like it helps to, if you don't think you're going to win, then you're never going to win. Well, I don't know. Maybe some people do, but I think in general you've got to have a bit of a belief if you're going to be a good athlete.
Fucking inspiring here. We're gonna get a fucking motivation podcast up.
Yeah.
This is the worst motivational podcast ever.
Yeah, if you want to be good, you have to think you'd be good.
No, but there is like a thing in there that's fucking like the truth. Is like, if you don't believe that you're gonna be good yourself, like who else is gonna believe it for you?
Yeah. That's true, but
sometimes you need people to believe in you so you can believe in yourself, though.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to just like, you can't just make yourself believe. It's like, oh, I'm just going to decide today that I think I'm going to win. I've been really shit all season, but today I'm just going to decide. It's not always so easy as that. I think it might just be, that might be the just type of person I am, a bit naive and always think I'm great.
Maybe you should tell the podcast how you think you're doing on every sprint you're doing.
Oh, see, I don't actually think I'm going to win every sprint I'm going to do, but I always think I'm going to be all right. And so like every time I do a sprint, I'm like, right, I reckon I'll probably qualify this time. Like it's not that difficult qualifying. And then I'm about 5 hours behind, not even like anywhere close to qualifying. And then I got really depressed every time that I do a sprint. And then I wonder why on earth I bother doing it. And then the next week I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to qualify. And then it's the same all over again. I get quite depressed.
How many sprint points do you have this year?
I've got two.
Nice.
I would not have got 2 sprint points if it was 2 years ago, but seeing as they've changed this
System.
World Cup rules so that you get World Cup points for top 50. So I've had a solid 49th spot in one of the sprints.
Yeah,
Yes.
good work.
You rate the system.
I rate it, yeah, because it's a big advantage for small countries where you get to do lots of races, because just regularly racing benefits you more than just doing a few races and winning. And so then the Norwegians who don't necessarily get to do all the races get a bit shagged by it, whereas I get to do everything. And then I get all these sprint points as well. These 2 sprint points I've got, it's going to make all the difference. I'm going to win the overall because of them.
Yeah. Tell you what's nice being in the Vinyo. Like, we came from Trondheim and like hotel food was like rubbish, and like it's just like everything's steamed, it feels like, and everything's like tastes a bit like nothing.
Oh, I was staying at home. Trondheim was great.
Yeah. And then we got here and me and Mika was just like so excited about getting good Italian food.
And seeing this really weird thing in the sky. It's like,
Yeah.
I think they call it sun over here.
Yeah. We're like on the motorway, we're like you're absolutely blinded, like what the hell is this thing? Like not even joking. It was nice.
Yeah. So now we're here in Livigno preparing for the Tour de Ski. What's your Tour de Ski gonna be like? Are you gonna win or get a podium or?
That is the main plan. But there's 2 sprints, so I'm probably going to think I'm going to do really good before the sprints and then get really depressed after both of them after doing rubbish. But what is good about the sprints this year is there's pursuits after them, and every time there's a pursuit, then it all bunches up. So everyone who gains lots of time on us that are faffers at sprinting is going to lose it all again the day after.
Yeah, but it's so there's the sprint and then there's the individual 10K classic and then there's the pursuit.
Oh, on the first one. Oh, see, this is what does my head in. So, like, trying to make the sport a bit more easy to understand, and then, like, the way we're doing the pursuits, like, changes halfway through the tour, and nobody knows how the pursuits are going to work. So, how's the first pursuit done? It's off.
The first pursuit is off.
The overall standings in the tour.
Yeah, and the second pursuit is off the day before. But that's the thing is, you have to, if you think about the pursuits are done off the venue you're at.
Yeah,
So it's not that complicated.
Yeah, but it's still weird that in Davos we're doing a pursuit off a sprint. It's a bit weird.
But maybe
It's good for me though.
It's
I
good
like
for
it.
you.
Then I think it'll be fun. It'll be like a mass start.
Oh, I don't mind it, but it's just like for like making it simple to understand, because I didn't even know until I had to Google the rules 2 days ago, or get you to explain the rules to me because I didn't know what we're doing.
Yeah, but I did explain to it like 3 times to you, and then you just forgot about it.
Yeah, this is exactly there because it's stupid rules, so they're impossible to remember.
But maybe this pops up another question as well. What do we think about pursuits in cross-country skiing in general? Because my opinion is they're fucking rubbish.
Oh, I
think
kind of
they're
rate
quite
them.
good.
I
I like it. I think it's cool.
I think it's fucking stupid.
Why?
Just do a mass start. It's much more fun. It's much more fun to do. It's much more fun to see, because in a pursuit, it's typically like there's going to be a few skiers that are just going to wait from the start and they'll chill. And then there's a group that's catching them up, and it's going to be a quite big group that's going to go semi-fast. But because it's a fucking big group, like, people from behind aren't really going to catch up, and then you just end up having a few big groups skiing around, and it's ending up in a sprint anyway. Or that's like how the past probably
I think
all pursuits ever have been in cross-country skiing.
Nah, I think it depends a little bit on the course, but I reckon it's quite good banter because then that makes it exciting. You're like, oh, are they going to go fast? Are they not going to go fast? Are they going to catch you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like, typically a pursuit of sprint. So whereas like all these
pursuit
fucking
off a
good,
sprint is a ridiculous thing, dude.
because all these good sprinters, they get like the bonus seconds, and they'll just start.
I agree. Pursuit of a sprint.
Yeah, but pursuit of a sprint is only a Tour de Ski thing.
Yeah,
But it's
the whole
fucking
point-
stupid. Like,
And
why
the whole
would you
point of
do
Tour de
the
Ski, because the whole point of Tour de Ski is that you have to be good at both distance and sprint to win Tour de Ski. So then having a pursuit of a sprint is completely, I think it's good.
I think it's useless. Just do if you want to.
Then it kind of ruins the point of being a good sprinter, though, because then it does quite often just bunch back up, and then you lose all the time you got the day before. So you lose the advantage of doing the sprint.
Because if you just want to have the good sprinters and the good distance skiers, then you just do sprint the one day and you'll do a individual start the other day, because then you'll get the best sprinters, they'll get their bonus seconds, and the good distance skiers who don't have bonus seconds but can get seconds back in the distance race.
Yeah, but we get one of those pursuits with where you keep your bonus seconds of the sprints on the first stage. And then on the stage 5, I think it's quite good. I rate it.
Yeah, I don't mind. I just thought it's a bit weird that we're doing one way and the other another way. But
what do you think about the Tour de Ski in general? Is this like the fucking way to go? And it's like, this is how the tour should be, and this is super exciting to watch, and it's the center of attention in a season without Olympics or World Championships? Or do we say, well, it's actually a bit boring and what?
Nah,
nobody says it's boring.
No, I'm asking. I'm not saying.
I think it's I think Tour de Ski is great, and it's like the only time of year where you can have races during the week where people are actually going to watch it, because everybody's on holiday. That's why we have races in the middle of the week. I think Tour de Ski has become one of the like key moment of each season, and I think
I reckon it used to be better though, because there used to be more stages and it used to be harder.
Yeah.
But then everyone's wet legs and like whine about being hard and they don't want to be away from home and all that. But like, come on, it's like bloody Tour de France. They're away for 3 weeks and doing like 8 hours every day, and we go and plod around in some track for 20 minutes a day. It's not that hard.
But that's exactly my point. So it sounds so wild. Tour de Ski, we're having this fucking massive event where it's 7 races in 9 days. So it's like not that big of a deal, and it's not insanely hard and not insanely long.
Yeah, see, that is like, I do a little bit agree with that. And people like, especially Norwegians are wusses about everything. They're like, oh no, it's so hard, you've got to rest for like 20 years when you get back. And then it's like not actually all that many races. You speak to the biathletes, and the biathletes are like, yeah, we do 3 or 4 races per week, so we quite often do like 6-7 races in like 8 days, which is a bit much the Tour de Ski.
You'll speak to every cyclist ever, like 3-4 day stage races in 2 weeks. That's like normal. That's not even like a tough week or tough period. That's like normal.
But the thing is, like, folk was skipping Tour de Ski when it was too hard, so they could bank on all the races.
Right, we're into the most important thing that you were talking about the other day that does my head in as well. Like, cross-country ski is just a bunch of wet legs. It's like the whole not doing Oslo 50k business as well, because folk won't turn up to do a 50k the week after the World Championships. This all is like together, and like it's ridiculous. And like the whole fact that we're thinking about not doing Oslo 50k is the most ridiculous thing that's ever happened in cross-country skiing. There's like one race in the entire year that anybody bothers to turn up and watch. And then like, I don't know who it is has decided, and they're like, oh no, we're not going to do it. And it's too hard for people to come and do a 50k the week after the World Champs. So instead we're going to put 3 races in 3 days instead of 1 race. How is this any sort of solution? And when it's like, people come to actually watch Oslo 50. It's the only race with like a ton of tradition. And then if you do a little 3k or like 10k individual start and not going to Frognerseter, nobody's going to bother going into the woods and watch it.
Going to Frognerseter is the whole point of the Oslo 50k.
Yeah, the whole not doing a 50k is like the most ridiculous suggestion I've ever heard in my entire life. Yeah. So everybody who's listening to this, start a petition and like make sure we're meant to be doing Oslo 50 every year. Because I want to, when I'm done skiing, I want to go to the woods, get smashed and watch people do 50k. I don't want to go into the woods with a set of binoculars and look down at the stadium at people doing 3 times 3.3k loop, not going anywhere constructive.
But like Oslo 50k has been like how long has it been tradition? Forever.
Yeah,
basically. When did it start that people were like that atmosphere of like, oh, I'm so tired, I cannot do Oslo 50k. There's only 1 race left after the Oslo 50k, but I'm too tired to do it.
Yeah, there's such and it's like, look, it's like, how can that be so hard? It's like, oh, you did a 50k a week before, but it's like, what do you train all summer for?
It's like
what-
every normal training week where you do like 2 intervals, 3 intervals a week
Does my
is
tits in.
harder than like a week where you have like 250Ks.
Yeah, and like the Visma Ski Classics folk,
Yeah.
they managed to do like 2 races and
weekend, yeah.
a weekend, and they're a bunch of faffers. So if they can do it, then we should definitely be able to do it.
Yeah, true. But just to set the record straight, I think Holmenkollen or Oslo and Norwegians don't want to organize a 50K in Holmenkollen the week after the 50K in World Champs in Trondheim for next season. But at the moment, they're still on the long-term plan. They're still written 50K in Oslo on the weekend after Olympics. So, but the rumor is that they only want to organize 50K in Holmenkollen when there's not just the week, when it's the week after World Champs, which is currently going to be every 2 years. So we'll have to see about that. And what we talked about in the previous podcast with JC and Emma about Drammen not happening anymore, they are still in the long-term plan as well. But that's the rumor that we've heard from the organizers, that they're not up for organizing it anymore after this season. But we'll see. And we'll have to ask Fizz about it. I mean, I think it was a bit unlucky after Planitza because lots of people were also ill, and that's why there was.
But then all the Central Europeans like go on about it being, we've been away from home for so long, and we're so tired, and it's like, have you seen a bloody football season? They do like so many matches, and can you imagine like Jurgen Klopp being like, I've done a few too many matches, I'm just going to skip a week. And our season's so bloody short as well. It's just like the last weekend in November until March. What is wrong with people?
But it's like me and Jamie were talking about this the other day, because I have a massive issue with that whole thing as well. Like, people, especially in cross-country skiing, are always complaining that there's not enough money. It's like the teams lack money here, teams lack money there, athletes don't get paid, athletes don't have enough money. It's like, if we want to get money in the sport, like, we should be on television, but we can't be on bloody television if we don't race, can we? Yeah.
It is so true.
And then we have 4 weeks before Christmas. We're racing 4 weeks before Christmas now. So we have 4 weeks of television with like multiple events on a weekend. So next year, we're going to go to 3 events before Christmas because it's too hard to have 4 races before Christmas. So we're going to miss another weekend of being on the television. And the start of the season is definitely the most important part of the season because people are hungry for skiing. They're hungry for watching skiing. It's like in March, people are getting fucking bored of the winter. They want to have summer. They want to watch football. They want to watch cycling. So it's like, in my opinion, in the most important time of the year, we'll take away 25% of the racing. It's fucking ridiculous just because we're fucking tired. Well, do we want to earn money with skiing? Yes or no? If we want to earn money with skiing, then we should at least be able to race 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, we get a little Christmas holiday in Livigno anyway. Yeah, it does my head in a little bit that folk complain about cross-country skiing being hard and like, being away all the time. To be fair, it is quite dark in northern Finland. It's a bit boring, but like, there are much worse things that happen in life than having to go to Finland.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think
it's not always according to Mika, because Mika's complaining about us not doing all these races now, but he does very much complain about being in northern Finland.
I complain about being in northern Finland, but I did it. I was 4 weeks without a break. I went from race to race to race to race this year.
I will give you that.
Complaining isn't a crime. It's no. Complaining so much and then just not showing up anymore that organizers are like, why should we bother them?
And that's a fucking what does shame. Also, it's like always like the Germans and the Italians knobbing on about it being so hard and they've got to go home and all this. And like the Canadians,
the Italians, we got to give them that since their change to Kramer is not going on about it being too hard. Kramer is like, because they're on training camps for like 3 weeks.
But I feel like it's always like, we're just gonna like get really shagged in the summer from doing too many training camps and then complain about being away all winter.
It was also funny last year when same people were complaining about racing too much, and then we had this race in Tallinn on the Tuesday, and then we had a race on the Friday in Lahti, and there's tons of people that went to do this promotion race in Helsinki on the Thursday.
Oh yeah, an extra race.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what
On the Wednesday, maybe even. So it's like
but still complain that Oslo 50k is too hard to
Oh,
race.
man. Anyway, what I was going to say is like it's always the bloody Germans and Italians and all them complain about it.
I'm pretty
And
sure
then-
the Swiss didn't turn up in Oslo last year either.
Yeah,
they didn't turn up in Gällivare as well this year.
yeah.
That's all. That's one of the best things this season so far. So, one of the Swiss guys, Cyril Fendrich, he was fucking good on the season opener in Gällivare. He won the race there. So then you're like, oh, he's probably gonna do really well in World Cup in Gällivare. And then you hear like, oh no, but he's not coming because the Swiss, they don't go to Gällivare. And they're like, oh, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Well, there's some weird stuff goes on.
I mean, for us sprinters, I don't mind having 4 weekends because like I'm only doing one race. If I'm tired, I just do some races less. But like it's lots of distance skiers complain about it. So
Yeah, when they're bellends, they shouldn't complain about it. It's like, yeah, that's what I was about to say anyway. It's like, there's always the Germans going on about they need to go home. And then like, oh, the Americans and the Canadians and that, they're away from like November to March, like out without ever going home or anything. And they do it every year. So if they can manage that, we can surely like do Oslo 50.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I think a ton of athletes that are complaining about the racing being too much and too hard, and then they complain about the money. Now, with 20% of racing less before Christmas, I think they've also like forgotten that there's like 3 chances to get prize money are gone now.
Yeah.
So they'll instantly earn less money next year.
Oh, I feel like we're all on the same page. Right,
Yeah.
Jimmy's athlete rep for FIS. So Jimmy's going to sort out that we're doing Oslo. And
Yeah, but I have to represent the voice of all the athletes. I don't have to represent the voice of just you two.
well, the most important voices should be listened to most.
but that yeah, I mean
Like
that's-
just the whole. Why would you not do Jim? Mika's sticking his hand, raising his hand here, which people cannot see on the podcast. But anyway, I just don't understand how you can not think that doing Oslo 50, the only race where you go to Toblach and there's one dude and his dog watching. You go Oslo, there's like 100,000 people turn up.
I don't think it's not the athletes decided not to do the Oslo 50k.
It's a lot of athletes also that decided it.
Or they decided by not coming to Oslo 50k after Planica.
Yeah.
But then I think it's also the OC and like FIS because FIS, what they want is just organize races with as many people as possible and making sure that most athletes take part in races. That's why there's no race before the weekend before Tour de Ski and the weekend after Tour de Ski, so we get a maximum of people racing Tour de Ski.
We should make some sort of like punishment for people who don't go to Oslo 50. Like
But-
have to start.
No, but
like,
you're laughing.
Start at the back of the pack, or like race nude or something at the next
No, but
race.
I really want to put in something here because I know a bit about cycling. Making a punishment about people not coming. In cycling, it's very simple. If your team is invited to a race and you show up with less people than the maximum amount, you pay a fee to the organizer for not showing up with the maximum people. And I think that's fair. Like if Germany, they have tons of skiers. There's like enough people in Germany that can ski. Doesn't matter if they're insanely good or not. You'll have skiers that are able to finish the Oslo 50k. If they have 5 spots and they turn up with 1 or 2 people, let them pay a fucking big bill. Like it's them that, or it's not only the Germans, it's but it's like those teams that just don't send their people, that make organizers like Holmenkollen and be like, oh, why should we even bother doing it if no one's going to come anyway? So in the UCI, they deal with this very, very simple. They'll just feed the teams that they'll just find the teams that don't put the maximum amount of starters that they can put up to a race.
It's difficult. There's like some teams do have like financial issues, but there are also some teams that have like financial issues, and they're like, oh, we can't go to the races because we've not got enough money, but we'll pay for you to go on a 3-week altitude camp in Lavinia instead. So there's some teams that do weird stuff.
Yeah.
So
like the prioritizing with like teams and money is like the first priority there is like being able to send people to the races.
Yeah, like, I don't understand the teams that are like, oh, we've got no money, but we're going to do all these ridiculous training camps. What's the point in doing bloody training camps if you can't go races?
Yeah, exactly. And we're gonna have a physio on our races as well.
Oh, what is the point in all these? Why do they have doctors and physios and all this with them? Like, oh.
Oh, but you could get a cold, and then the doctor could tell you to take a paracetamol.
Yeah. Or you could just lie on a bench and get a massage that does nothing constructive for you and feel really great afterwards.
Makes you feel relaxed.
Yeah. Your team physio must make you feel extra relaxed.
That's true, because she's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
To be fair, Austria has enough money to send everybody to races, and we have money to go to training camps.
Yeah,
so,
Nicky wants to do the 50k in Oslo as well.
Also, I'm doing all the races there, so
Yeah.
You did consider not going to Oberhof.
I did consider not going to Oberhof, but I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
to be honest, I can see why one would not want to do that.
The only reason I was considering not to go to Oberhof was because it's in fucking Oberhof.
Oberhof is also a really crap place.
But there's lots of people watching though.
No, they might, but no,
For
there's not.
biathlon at least.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what I was about to say. That it's just depressing going to Oberhof because it's always like, oh, when we used to go there on the Tour de Ski, it'd be the week before the biathlon, or this year we're going the week after the biathlon, and they absolutely bloody love biathlon, and there's like 1 million people there watching, and there's these amazing crowds, and it's great. And then we go there, and there's like the local nursery has forced all the children to go and watch, and there was no one else apart from that. And then it's like when we used to go Tour de Ski, there would be no snow, and they'd scrape some stones from like the car park, and you would wreck every single set of skis. And they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we've got no snow depot that we can use." And then a week later, there'd be biathlon, and suddenly they'd have found a massive snow depot that they could cover the entire course with. So they just don't care about cross country. So it's a stupid.
Well, they
place
must
to go.
care at least a little bit if they're organizing a World Cup.
They care. I think they care. But one of the reasons that also plays very much into my thought of not going to Oberhof is like, there's just a fair chance that it's going to be cancelled anyway. It's like Oberhof's always raining and fucking foggy, and so there is a fair chance that you're going to go there. And it's been fucking good the 2 weeks before, and then it starts raining like 3 days pre-race, and it rains so much and so hard that there's no snow left when it's racing. And then you're there and you're like, oh, I'm in beautiful Oberhof, and the race is cancelled as well, and I wasted a lot of time by going there. So it's just like taking a bit of a chance going there.
Or there'll be like snow, and there'll be a race, but it'll be so bloody foggy you won't be able to see anything on TV.
Yeah.
You'll just see like these like ghost figures going by, and you won't be able to know who's who.
I feel a bit sorry for slagging off the Oberhof organizers now.
We've been so negative. It finished on a positive note, boys.
Yeah, like our previous podcast, me and Jimmy were like talking, we're like, oh, we're maybe a bit too positive. At least in this podcast, we haven't been positive about anything at all yet.
Yeah, Muzzy loves complaining. You must be the person that loves complaining.
I
the
do.
most. And for Muzzy, it's like either it's the fucking best thing ever, or it's like the worst thing I've done in my life. I remember actually this time in Teen, we started skiing on the glacier in Teen, and you were like, "Oh my god, this is the best glacier in the world!" And then we had to go back up to take the lift, and there was a massive queue of we queued for like about an hour or something, and you're like, "Oh, this is the shittest place ever."
No, but that is true. I stand for what I said. Like, the Teen Glacier is the best glacier I've been to for skiing, but the absolute setup for getting up and down to the glacier was the worst thing ever. There were just all these little shit French kids pushing in the queue, and you had to stand in the queue for about 10 hours to get up there to do half an hour ski. Because if you did more than half an hour skiing, then you would have to fucking walk back down the mountain for 5 miles to get back. Oh, it was so bad. Just wasted so much time.
That's exactly true with my point. Focus on positive things, mate.
Yeah, but I was saying it was a good glacier, but it's just a shame that you couldn't utilize the really good glacier because the whole queuing system was crap. It was...
Yeah.
Anyway, right.
There's tons of people tons of skiers in the Vinyo, actually. Tons of Norwegians.
Oh, that was a quick change of
yeah, because we forgot to talk about this because we said we were going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were skiing the other day, and then it's like we met basically whole skiing Norway ever.
Yeah, biathletes as well. Lots of biathletes.
Oh, talking about biathletes.
I was talking to Endre Strömsheim.
Yeah.
He's a
And
fucking
he-
baller, isn't he?
Yeah, and he was like, he was saying, "Oh yeah, where do you live?" I was like, "Oh, Lillehammer." It turns out we're like almost neighbors. I didn't know he lived in Lillehammer.
Right, we were having this conversation earlier because apparently he's an absolute beast when it comes to training. And I was out skiing and met him the other day and was asking about this. And one of the lads, either Mika or Jimmy, had told me about this. And
It's definitely not us.
and
Nah,
it was
I
one
didn't
of
tell
we
you
were
that.
sitting having a conversation because who else would I have heard
It was
this from?
like I heard it from you.
No, you boys told me, and then I asked him about it.
Yeah, but mate, you've
thing-
got
the
a
thing
shit
is-
memory. So.
Well, obviously not, because some.
But the thing is, like, Jimmy's heard it from you. I've never heard of the name Endre Strömsheim before you brought it up. And you're sure that we told you that he's...
Yeah, but who? I'm not spoken
Right.
to anyone else.
Tell
Tell a
us.
story. Tell a
Apparently,
story.
he's an absolute tank at training because he did in July 120 hours of training with 15 rest days. So he was just averaging 8 hours of training a day. What an absolute beast!
So it's like 8 hours of training, rest day. 8 hours of
Yeah.
training, rest day.
What an absolute legend! And he's pretty good. He was on the
He's
podium
not
in
so
the
bad.
World Cup the other day.
He's
so-
second, yeah.
Yeah. So I rate that. Maybe I'll try that tactic next year.
Yeah. Crazy. That's like Remy standards.
Maybe we should actually tell this plan to Remy. He might try it as well.
Yeah.
We actually have to tell him because he doesn't listen to the podcast. So.
Right. Anyway, I was going on about being a big fan of the podcast, and I like podcasts because you boys always going on about rumors, and you've not been spreading any rumors so far. So give us some rumors that have been going about.
You're putting us on the spot,
Yeah.
Muzzy. You're not the one supposed to ask questions, mate. What are you up to? Tell you what, we'll just go down under now, have a Nuzzy corner, and then we'll think of a question after.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Okay, welcome everyone to the Aussie Corner. You're with your Aussie Corner hosts, Sevi, Lars and Fidel.
Hi, guys.
G'day, everybody.
And so we're just signing off 2023, final Aussie Corner for the year with a special edition.
It's been a blast, guys. We've had so much fun.
So many memories and so many great times and responses from our audience.
Yeah, just on that, we really appreciate the support out there, guys. So yeah, just really feeling humbled and loved from all the messages and support out there.
Yeah, and now we might have something for you early next year.
Yeah, do we?
Yeah, but we will just
Simmer on that.
Simmer on that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
simmer.
So for the last Aussie Corner of 2023, we're just going to do a bit of a sort of Aussie Corner metaphor game. We've got a few Australian animals that we think are very similar to a few skiers we've seen racing on World Cup this period one.
Oh, have we?
Well, yeah, so we had a little bit of a think. We're going to start with sort of an obvious one for me. I think some of you might know the emu, sort of like a tall bird, very nimble, good at clocking up some top speeds. So the emu is Victoria Carl for me.
it's like an Australian ostrich. Right?
An Australian ostrich, yes, it's a big bird.
For me, I'll just go with the kangaroo. Big fan favorite, and it's probably just Clabo.
Clever gets the kangaroo.
Yeah,
What?
he's
Really?
fast. He's springy. He's jumping around. But yeah, just
Now we've got like stomping along. We've got Jules Chapin as a wombat, which are actually known to crush the rib cages of dogs if the dogs get into the dens of the wombats. So they're strong, fierce, and very muscular.
you
That's
don't
right.
really want to crash.
You don't want to hit a wombat with your car as well, because it actually ruins the car almost more than the car ruins the wombat. Tough little creature, that one. I thought a few Australian sea life. I thought Ebba Anderson reminds me of a nurse shark. So not quite your great white shark, which is the one in Jaws. Everyone knows, a big sort of megalodon, like sort of scary brute shark. But the nurse shark's more of a quiet killer. Sort of, sneaks around the reef and grabs the odd fish here and there for dinner.
And then I think talking about sharks, Ivo Niskan, he's just a big hammerhead
shark.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah, they're kind of like, people forget about them, don't they? But they're still one of the greats.
Definitely. What else have we got?
And Mika is a cockatoo because, like the feathers, he's got bright yellow hair and pale skin.
Yeah, Mika Vermeulen. Yeah, definitely agree with that one. He likes to chat as well, doesn't he? Bit of a chirp.
From my college days, just every morning they're just screeching the whole pack of cockatoos.
Fidel. Yeah, we're a little bit out of hand here. A little bit.
so much fun though.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy being woken up by the?
Yeah, they were sort of Austrian as well, which was good, yeah.
Good.
Yep, and we've also got Quang Wang as a koala bear, cute and cuddly, and just so that he can also enjoy this comment, I'll just do it in Chinese for you as well. 望墙像无尾熊一样很可爱.
That's
So
Kang
hopefully
Wang,
that- yeah.
koala bear.
Yeah, so hopefully he gets that line.
Does he remind you of like a cute little bear creature?
Yeah,
They're not bears though.
Are they not?
Are they not?
Koalas.
Hopefully he doesn't have chlamydia.
No, they're not. Yeah.
What?
That they do have.
Yeah.
They have quite a lot of chlamydia. Don't
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
They? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
No, they're not wild. They're not bears. They're marsupials, obviously. Yeah.
Other than that, we also have the pink and grey galah, just a lovely bird, nice colours, and like just a favourite of ours as well. And we wrote down Lauren Jortberg from the USA, just quite like spreading joy and happiness around all the circular.
That's lovely.
That's lovely.
That's absolutely lovely. So that's our Australian animal masterclass for you guys.
Yeah.
Fidel, anything to add before we wrap up 2023?
Now let's wrap it off.
Let's wrap it off, yeah.
Happy New Year's. No,
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Well, that was a bit of an unexpected Aussie Corner, but it's a Christmas special, so we'll have to accept it. I think it was quite cool.
And my question is actually quite easy one. How's the Tinder going?
Oh, I've not got Tinder, mate. So it's going pretty bad.
It's just Instagram and Snapchat and these days.
just nothing. I've got a lot of Instagram banter on the go because I've got quite a few single mates, and so I spend a lot of time, instead of being at home, like having any like contact with any other human being in the evening, I send a lot of reels and memes about being single to folks, which is pretty much a good replacement.
Good replacement for what?
Human contact.
Yeah.
Right. To be honest, I think we're
done, yeah.
We're done. We've talked a lot more rubbish on this episode than on all our other episodes combined. We thought it's good banter. If you like it, leave us a rating, give us some feedback. If you ever want to hear Muzzy again on the podcast, let us know. If you think he's a bellend and you don't want to hear him again, let us also know. Muzzy, thanks for joining the podcast.
Oh, thanks. It's been an honor. You're still my favorite podcast, even after slagging me off lots.
I'm a bit worried how this episode's going to go, to be honest.
It'll be good. It'll be good. It's always good.
Right. Then, thanks for listening.
Ciao
And,
from Italy.
Merry Christmas. And we'll hear you before
What's
New
Merry
Year, I
Christmas in
guess.
Italian?
Buono Natale, I think. Or Buon Natale.
Yeah, we'll just...
Yeah, we'll say.
Oh, no, Natale. That's not what it is, but...
Chi ci ammazza. It means like nobody can kill us.
Okay, great. Thanks for your input, Mika. Have a good one, and we'll see you at Tour de Ski.
Ciao.
Ciao.